What's up? What's up? Back on a Sunday. What's good? What's up, everybody? We're gonna get into it. Another members only live event. We're gonna just jump into it. We uh we got a couple months left of 2025. A couple months left. So y'all, a lot of y'all were able to see how fast this year went and all the things that been going on. And what we're really looking at is we talk about a lot of this fake stuff that been going on. Dubai is one of the cities that was built up in that time. Then you're going to see it was a movement for everybody to go there. That's why I say when you look at the big picture, you're going to see it was all about everything foreign. So now I look at it like people was getting up, making money in America, getting up thousands of dollars to go give it to Dubai. That's what was happening. So, and I tell you this, things were crashing for many reasons. The past damn near decade, mainly the last couple years we was in the house, it's like it was a setup for this country to fuel everybody else's economy. So you're probably gonna look at it. You can see it now. When I kept talking y'all about Temu, you know who got that money. Dubai, you know who got that money. You're gonna see all these things were promoted on 2 applications. That's my point. This is what I want y'all to see how the application made these things a reality. For certain people, they did every single thing the app told them to do. He was not going to Dubai like people always went to these places. These things always been done, but they all became a fad. And these fads fueled economies and got people rich, y'all. Fads and trends were created to make people rich. That is it. That is no other thing but that. Period. That's all it was for, y'all, to make people rich. Fast. You start up any kind of company. It take off, it go viral, it trends, that's the money. We're even down to household brands in the supermarket. You kept seeing all of these damn challenges, all this stuff in your timeline, but it was all together. People doing food challenges, people cooking food, products in the store going up. People posting their trips to Dubai, but you don't even know. Some of them people getting paid. Some of them people getting paid to do that. Some people getting paid with comps. Some people being paid by travel agencies. Then you started seeing people talking about, I can do trips for y'all. All of this stuff was going on, but it had nothing to do with that money staying here, y'all. It's a reason why people are broke. So I'm going to say it. It's the truth. If you spend thousands going to Dubai and you on hard times now, that's not a mistake because that's the money you should have put in the bank. All right. And this is why, right, I'm going to tell everybody, applies to me and all of us. This is why everything is set up now where you would get your ass whipped if you don't do what you're supposed to do. Not only pay your bills, stay ahead of your bills, but at the same time, stack money. That has always been the way of life. Stack money. Not no play. Meaning you just blow money, spend money like every day is a joke. These days is designed to make you pay for that. One of the main things we're going to talk about, one of the traps of Dubai. When you go and do debt in Dubai, when you owe money, you go to jail. The difference over there, when you can't pay on your bills, when you can't pay on them loans, when you can't pay on no kind of debt and you trying to hide money, you go to prison. They don't play. So we also going to get into how it's a trap for people to go there because it's not just about the people go there for many reasons. This is what I learned. A lot of companies are there from all other countries. Headquarters. You know how we got our headquarters here? A lot of applications and companies got their headquarters there. A lot of African companies, a lot of Asian companies, a lot of Indian companies, Arabian, Islamic companies. Many companies are there. These companies are big companies. See what I'm telling you? It's all on the world scale now. People haven't checked the scoreboard on who got the most gold, who got the most, like when you come to these resources, no. But this island was created for certain things. So it also is 2 worlds. It's the world of Dubai you see and the world you don't see. And the talk is they spend more money trying to build stuff to get tourism because that's what makes the top dollar. So it is being said that they spend certain money on tourism for certain parts of the city. You get it? And they do have a hood. For some of y'all know, they got a hood. where they don't want you to know where it's at, and they tell you don't go over there, and they keep it hidden. Yeah. And it's a lot of people that's stuck over there. And the people that work over there, a lot of them stuck. I'm talking about they are worse than they look like inmates. Because see, you can go work over there, right? Say you go work, say you call yourself moving to Dubai. I love it here. I'm gonna move back. Move over there. You start living your Dubai life. But if you do the shit that happened in America over there, like you start getting backed up in your bills and you start playing around and all that stuff, you finished. You trapped. That's why it's people stuck over there. They dead stuck. Many countries, they ain't got enough money to go home. Cause plus they in debt. They can't leave till they pay their debt. Another thing. And they guess another thing they do. They had certain things where, you know how in America, right? We work from home, and it was this thing in America, period, where if your job got openings in other places, you can go there, transfer. Whatever state you in, y'all know this. If your company has another company in another state, you can transfer. Well, it's like that in Dubai. But this is what they were doing. They were getting people to go there from certain countries. I mean, every country keep it different. So certain countries was going there, and they was talking about when they went there to work, they were getting their passports taken as soon as they got there. Whatever company they work for, whatever country they from, that's how they do their business. So you go work for them. Say you work for a particular company from India, they set up in Dubai, you get a transfer and go work in Dubai. They say you go over there, they take your passport and all that. Yeah. So meaning you can't just leave like that. And if you go in debt and you don't pay, your ass go to jail. Straight up. So, but I want y'all to see today is how all of them shows that came out, when I talk about these scripts, every TV show, every movie, everything entertainment, the script is within that. When I say your life is scripted, that's how you got to peep the code, y'all. It's for real. It's a double life we live. You got scriptures. The righteous path is in scriptures. Pick a book. It doesn't matter. The righteous path will always be in scripture or scroll. But when you go opposite of that, it's another script for you. It's called TV. Fantasyland. The wrong path. Never return, Neverland. That's what the TV does, y'all. That's what the movie, all the secrets always been in the entertainment. The secrets, the codes, the program. That's why they always told you they call programs. The program is in the picture. You see the picture, you see a movie about Dubai, you want to go there. You just got programmed by the program. But before you got programmed, somebody wrote the script. They said, this is what we're going to tell them. This is what we're going to put in here. This is the shot we're going to get. This is the best scene we're going to get. See, the movie has to touch souls. The movie has to touch spirits. And this is how people get trapped, y'all. So this is what I'm telling you. This is how everywhere is for real. But this Dubai, oh man, it's nothing but a big ass Disney World. Let's go, y'all. Let's go on this Sunday. Let's get into it. All right, The Illusionist. Now, being I've been doing my homework, I'm not gonna lie. This movie I gotta watch. Matter of fact, I'm gonna watch it today. The Illusionist. But The Illusionist is a key word for magician, y'all. So when I speak about this magician stuff, let's take a look at magic and magicians. It's very simple. See, we were just told all these different things growing up to make everything so super. You get it? Okay, we're trained to think. You're trained to think. Magician means the dark suit with the big black hat, on stage with the cape, making stuff disappear. Okay, that is one form of magician, but it's many form of magicians. Magician, people that work magic, the whole concept is getting you to believe in stuff that you can't prove if it's fact or not. That's the whole key of it. Your brain is trying to comprehend and figure out what's real and what's not. Meanwhile, you stuck in a situation, for good or bad. All right, but it's the number one game on selling. See, you can also look at a magician as a salesman. So you can look at it like that. When you go to a salesman, or when you got a lot of money in your pocket and you come across a particular salesman and they're able to do certain things to make you come out them pockets, even though you had no plan to go into your account, you had no plan to do none of that, you did it. That's why I was telling you about the internet. When you on there all day and you just scrolling, and you start looking at shit, and all of a sudden you want shit, and you start going to your money against stuff you don't need to be touching because it's the magic of that device. It's the magic. all right, to make your money disappear out your account and end up in somebody else's account. All right, it's very simple. It's not always pulling a rabbit out of a hat. It's about making you pull out your pocket. You know what I'm saying? The illusion is, because the whole key to the magic is you're going to leave with nothing in the end. That's the whole key. You're going to believe whatever you want to believe, think what you want to think. Look, it doesn't matter. The key is you're going to leave without what you came with. The illusionists. And there's people that are masters of this, y'all. Masters. Because that's what they do. All right? So, like I said, I don't have no problem with no illusionists because they don't work on me. But if I had to be an illusionist, I can be an illusionist because I know how to disappear too. All right? That's another part of it. How people know how to disappear on you. You know what I'm saying? Illusionists could be, it's the same concept of people making you believe what you want to believe. Like a person can play broke and the whole time they got a whole lot. A person can act like they got a whole lot and have nothing. But see, that whole concept of fake it till you make it, the illusionists. We just went through a world of illusionists, fake people. People getting tricked with cameras, y'all. The camera is the magic device that works the magic nowadays. See, back in the day, it was the crystal ball. Now it's the camera, y'all. It's the camera. It's always going to be a form of light. All right? That's it. The brain follows the light, y'all. The brain becomes a slave to the light, which is known as beautiful objects, beautiful things, shiny sceneries, anything shiny that you don't have. The brain is going to attract to it. But this is things they learned a long time ago. So what I'm telling people, right? A lot of this high science we talk about is basic now. See, we talking about stuff they already knew. This is, when we talk about that ancient knowledge, this is the knowledge they working with. Meaning, this knowledge goes 1,000 years ago, where the planet was not conquered. And everybody didn't have land, and everybody wasn't rich. And they knew if everybody had the same knowledge and everybody was in tune with this information, it would be impossible to conquer the world. So the world was conquered by illusionists. That's what it was, y'all. Illusionists. It's like when you work at your job. I use these examples, but you're not stacking no money. But you just thinking, because I got this job, I'm straight forever. No, you caught up by the illusionists. You caught up because this company making money and you see everybody doing good. You been for a little minute. You getting comfortable thinking you just going to keep blowing money, doing this, doing that. But you really getting, you caught up. You caught up. You see? Because these companies will work magic on you. They'll create false illusions. Like one day you're going to retire. When you retire, you're going to be straight and all this, that, and the third. But meanwhile, man, they just need you for what they need you for right now. They ain't, in reality, they're not thinking about 20 years from now. They think about right now. All right, that's what it is. And that's just how life goes, right? But let's go. An illusionist, or let's go to what an illusion is. An illusion is a misleading perception of reality, either by misinterpreting a real sensory stimulus or by a deceptive belief. Deceptive belief. Now look at all the deceptive beliefs people have. Okay, illusion. Different from a hallucination, which lacks an external stimulus. So it's different from a hallucination. All right. Illusion, when a person is caught up in illusion, it's going to lead to delusion. They caught up in fake fantasy shit that don't exist, but it's different from hallucinating. All right. So optical illusions, meaning the things you see, trick the brain using color. See it? Optical illusions trick the brain using color. You see why I always told you that? Now, y'all see why last year I went into the whole thing about colors? When I went into the whole trapped in fantasy land, when I went into the whole concept of the colors, and I told you, I cracked the code when I said, yo, they turn people into colored people. They really are colored people. So a lot of y'all also know about the black and white. The black and white is for hypnotizing the world of illusion. And then you're going to understand why certain people are trained to stand on black and white. Because within the black and white presents the illusion. They captured the illusion. The black and white is what make the magic work. See, when I talk about stuff like the black and white game, when people arguing about race and all this stuff, it's an illusion. And it's something that's never going to stop. But the whole concept of the black and white as well, it got to do with psyche. It got to do with psyche. See, that's why whenever you see or hear about anything with brainwashing, you're going to see that black and white, right? You see it on cartoons that you're going to see that black and white spiral, but it's just all the same thing. Black and white spiral, black and white checkerboard. It's all the same. It deals with illusion. You get it? Magic. Working brains, y'all. Working brains. The concept of the black and white is also to alter the mind to accept illusions. All right. So this is what I was talking about when certain things, when you believe in the wrong shit too long, boy, you become lost because you be trapped in a world of illusions. See, optical illusions trick the brain using color, light. Now you'll see why they always talking about light, or certain people are under structure of light. Or when I talk about they get people in these colleges, HBCUs, they get them to what? Be down with that lights. But I told you they didn't know they're going to turn them into colors, because that is what it's all about, right? Meaning once I control the colors, once I can, look, man, once I control your reality, I control your colors. Once I control colors, I control your reality. That's what it's all about. It's as simple as this, y'all. Once I can tell you what color mean this and what color mean that, that's how I run your ass. As simple as that. These are why I told people certain things about don't get caught up in a lot of stuff. Everybody get caught up in the world of illusion. All right? This is what I mean. It's very simple, y'all. Blue could mean the sky. Blue also could mean water. Blue also could mean cool. Red could mean stop. Red could also mean hot, on fire, which means I'm on go. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Colors are what they are. But colors are used to interpret what you want to interpret. And colors are also for control. I told you this before. If I know your favorite color, I can control you from your favorite color alone. Period. Because that's how it goes for people that's trapped in colors. But the people that are trapped in colors, they are the ones that always get tricked by what they see. This is how the world always been ran. This is how it is. People were in rulership just because they had certain colors other people couldn't get. No, it's for real, y'all. You know what I'm saying? No, it's for real. No, I'm saying that because it's the key to the illusion. The colors. The colors create the beautiful images that you see. It's the beautiful colors that create the illusion. Like, you see how, okay, look at America. You got this thing called black and white. It's all fake. No such thing as black people, no such thing as white people. But it creates an illusion that is two different people. That is not even no such thing as that. Because with it, you cannot judge a race or nobody by their damn skin color when people come in all colors in all different countries and all different creeds and breedings and different ways of life and history. There's no way in hell everybody that look the same is the same. See? But you can create a false reality and create a world of illusion by saying black and white. These people over there black, these people over there white. Meanwhile, it has nothing to do with who the hell they really are. All right, it's an illusion. It's a color game. All right, that's what it is. But they know the smart people know, the people that understand illusion and understand fantasy, understand that I'm not caught up in black and white. Because I know reality is way more things than that. See, that's why I say we're talking about the high levels to the low levels. It's the whole concept because they know the people that have the real light cannot be tricked at all because you always know what you're looking at. It's that simple, y'all. It's that simple. But when you're colorblind, that's when you're a colored person, you only see what your eyes see in front of you. Or you judge things by what you see. Meaning people that take money, go to Dubai, they didn't even do their full research. Or move there, didn't even do their full research. They didn't look at the ins and outs. That's what everything, meaning the people who get tricked by the illusion end up in fantasy land, y'all, because they don't pay attention to what they're looking at, what they're dealing with, and what they're getting into. Then they don't have a plan if they get into something, how they're going to get out. That's the main thing when I talk about these things. People still don't understand it's easy to get into anything, but it's always hard to get out. Do you have a plan to get out? So that's why people become trapped by what they see, material stuff. Same thing with relationships, whatever it is. Anything that's physical, if you go by what you see and what you looking at and what you think things is, you always gonna get caught up in the world of illusion. That's the magic trick. When a person know all they gotta do is put on their best outfit to trick you. All they gotta do is put on their best outfit and go get their car shined up and they can trick you because it's people that notice. They know it's people that's caught up by what they see. And that is how the illusion is created. When you buy a product and you say, yo, this shit cheap because that shit you bought it because of how it looked. Get it? Okay. Just to let you know that it's nothing new. But they took it from levels of physical objects. They took it from toys and minor stuff to creating a whole city like that, y'all. That's what Dubai is. It's an artificial city, y'all. Let's go. All right. Dubai got fake snow. They got a fake ski resort. They got a ski resort and everything. Now, I will say this. Dubai, it looks very fun. I know it probably is fun. I know it is beautiful. But I'm just showing y'all what really goes on as far as the whole concept of the fantasy land. Because the truth is, let's use our brain, y'all. It's a lot of people born in deserts. These are the things I threw y'all a lot of hints at. It's some people on the planet, their whole life, they was born in deserts. In history, they were the most miserable people and the most haters. So they didn't have no life out there. So my point is this. They created a life out there to have fun. And the whole thing is to get the money. But people that's from that side that don't grow up with snow or playing in snow, you get it? Because they from deserts or certain place that's hot. They got the artificial snow. But this is what they were talking about. This is the reality. They was talking about how much power and how much water it takes a year to keep this snow going. To the point it's messing up the lakes and the water. It's messing up their water system and everything. And this is the main thing, y'all. Check this out. They also, you see this stuff you're looking at? They say this stuff right here is sinking. Because that's artificial. Everything you're looking at right there is artificial. They just built it up quick. So they built a lot of stuff up quick. It's a lot of stuff that's not built, but it's major stuff they are building. Like they were doing stuff like this right might be sinking, but they got another project right now going on. At this one going on, they got another project going on. They just spent 20 million on. But they spoke, the whole concept is they put more money into the tourist area and the whole tourist concept than the actual place itself. But even though it's beautiful, it's built up, a lot of stuff is malfunctioning, y'all. Yeah, a lot of stuff is on shaky grounds. Their waters are getting messed up. Yeah, because they say this stuff takes so much power and water throughout the year. But you're also looking at a big Disney World for grown-ups. Get it, y'all? It's not even real snow. You know, here you go to the Alpine, Colorado, stuff like that. It's not even real snow. So it just amazes me. You see, I want y'all to see something, man, because the people that run the world are in on it. They got investments out here. But I want you to see how they created a place that costs thousands of dollars to go to. And then when you get there, you see what my point is. You see, it's really not about being a big ass kid when you go there. That's all it is. And I want y'all to see how they trick people. Meaning everything they got in Dubai is right here, y'all. This, that's what I'm telling you, people are so slow, y'all family. This is nothing but like a fake ass Miami. You know what I'm saying? I can show you many places. You get it? That's like a Miami and New York put together. That's all it is. It's a beautiful city, but I'm talking about the concept of people were spending thousands of dollars to go there. Then when you go there, you ain't doing what you want to do. Y'all know that. I also think they were using this as a hub for X trafficking. Get it? Some people I think went there and they ain't make it back. That's a fact. People made it there, they didn't make it back. So let's check it out. Look. Optical illusions trick the brain using color, light, and patterns to create false images and sensations. That's what movies do. That's what TV do. That's what videos do. While psychological illusions involve misjudgments or false beliefs about oneself or the world, Like the illusion of control. See that? When people think they control their life, but they don't control nothing. False beliefs, y'all. I'm telling you, this is what when I say people we've been lied to our whole life. Life is fake. These are all of the things I talk about, y'all. It just goes so deep, but it's so simple because we're taught illusions off the rip. Because life is set up like that, man. We live in a fake world. It's the way life set up is like this, y'all. You born in this world pure, but then they put you in a fake ass world, and then you got to figure it all out to get back right again. That's what it's about. And it's really a stall out game. Why? They don't want everybody to be born smart. Everybody's born and everybody born is rich. Everybody born is successful. No, it's set up where you got to find it out. Yes, it's a system. Y'all tell you it's a system. These systems go back 1,000 years. So when you talk about all these ancient places, that's what it was always about. If everybody's so smart, who the hell is going to make the money? If everybody's going to be so smart, who's going to be in control? Who's going to be the master? Who's going to be the slave if everybody got the same power and everybody's smart? So that's when ancient years, thousands upon thousands years ago, they decided to keep all of this knowledge secret. And only the ones who get it will be the ones that get it. And that's all it was about. But now we are in a time where it's all out, it's revealed. Because we had a time where, according to where we at in life, for my people that really know what's up, they know the people that's supposed to know are supposed to already know by now. And also, knowledge and information has passed 1,000 years ago, meaning it has expounded. So when I tell you what they did was have people trapped up in 1,000-year-old knowledge as they've been getting into new knowledge. But the books are open now because this knowledge has been passed. Meaning you can't just work regular illusions on people no more. They going for it. You can't. But only a person that's brainwashed with these illusions work. See that? Like the illusion of control. When people think they control their life, whole time they getting controlled by apps. Doing whatever the apps say. All right? If you never was born to think about Dubai, if you know damn well you never been there, you know damn well you don't speak Islamic, you don't speak Muslim, none of that, you get it, you're not Islamic, you're not, all right? Now, I would say this. Now, if a person was born and raised a Muslim, the American Muslim, and they say, when I go on vacation, I want to go to Dubai, I respect that. My point is, if you just going there because of people just going there, that's what people been doing. But you're also going to see, y'all, right after those last runs of Dubai, all the money just slowed up. And what happened after that, y'all? Don't forget. They created the real ID, which means no flights. They shut down a large percentage of flights with that real ID. Yeah. So, told y'all these taxes and a lot of things is so people can't keep taking money out the country. And people can't keep coming here getting money, running out with it. When I told y'all all before, everybody knows that Temu got rich off of here. Foreign apps, TikTok. A lot of companies people deal with now are foreign. But they know this. Everybody else was getting the money. So that's why stop that. Stop. When they go to Dubai, they're not stupid when they see all these flights went to Dubai. But don't get it twisted. It made money for America. I see America made money off the shit too, but they're not stupid. They was able to see all Americans flying to Dubai. They go check Southwest money, American Airlines money. Checking. I'm just giving you examples. They check all these companies, how much Americans been flying to these countries. Get it? Because I'm telling you, y'all, it was going too far. It's nothing they got over there that's not over here. Everything over there is over here. Everything. Now look at it. People spending their money, going to spend thousands. People go there with thousands, y'all. People will be in America, won't spend thousands, was going there spending thousands. Because they were getting brainwashed, y'all. And it was all to stimulate the economy. Thank you very much, Fatima. Thank you very much. We live on this Sunday, members only. Yeah, y'all about to take off. We in the season now. We in the season, y'all. The summer is not about nothing but relaxation and getting things together. So let's take a look. How do illusions work? Misinterpretation of sensory stimuli. The brain receives real sensory input, light, sound, what you see, what you hear, but interprets its nature, leading to a false impression of what is actually there. Are you getting this, y'all? Now you see the power of entertainment? That is the power of entertainment, y'all. That's why entertainment is based on lights, camera, action, because they already know this. The brain receives real sensory input through light and sound, but the brain will also misinterpret its nature, the cause, the purpose, the subliminal messages, the truth in it, the evil in it. They understand the people that's not aware will be caught up in illusions. These are the people that watch movies and emulate the movie. They didn't get it's just a movie. You're going to go to jail, you try it. These are the people that emulate what they hear, the sound, the song, and they follow the song. The song say be freaky, they be freaky. The song say take somebody's life, they take somebody's life. The song say whip ass, they whip ass. It say shoot, they shoot right here. Because they caught up in illusions, the false reality of what their brain is not comprehending. See, the brain is comprehending it, but the individual can't determine what is listening to or seeing. Caught up in the light. That's why the rappers wear chains. That's why celebrities got big mansions. And all this stuff was on MTV. All this bright, shiny stuff. Huh? They know. For people that's dark love shiny stuff. People that's dark always can be drawn by the light. People that's in the light are not amused by lights. Brain's guessing process. The brain uses clues, learned assumptions, and past experiences. This is what I talk about with humans got an algorithm, a flow. This is why you see that past experiences. This is why I always talk about it's very important for people to keep you stuck in the past. Because when you're stuck in the past, you're stuck in a world of illusion. You're stuck in a world that's never coming back. So the brain uses clues, learned assumptions, and past experiences to piece together images when faced with conflicting or unusual information. Meaning, when you're stuck in the past or you're always doing the same shit, you live in a life that never changes. You always going in circles. Therefore, when you're presented by new things, you don't even know how to adapt to it. Your brain can't even comprehend it. And this would keep people stuck in time. This would, I'm also showing y'all the big formula of why people didn't advance. These are the formulas that we use when I say things like nobody did nothing to nobody. Everything was by choice. It was according to what you believed in. This is why I say if the plan was for everybody to believe in what they were supposed to believe in, which is called stick to your faith. Because it's set up where once you go away from what you're supposed to do, which is your reality, because we're all born with our own reality of what we're supposed to do, whether we search to be greater or not, it's set up where when you go into this world of illusion, you're going to be in a world of searching, not knowing, and it's going to be a time where you're going to just be stuck in all your past experiences. Because the past experiences to piece together images. When you've been through a lot of shit in your life, trauma, bad stuff, and it just keep playing out in your head and playing out throughout the years, death, all this bad stuff keep playing out. This is how you start to get caught up in the world of illusions. Because now when you're faced with conflicting or unusual information, it may guess incorrectly and be tricked into seeing something that isn't there. And this is the formula of the magician. When you're stuck in the past and you don't comprehend the future. See, the magician knows, you watching this hand because of what I pulled out this pocket, but see, you ain't watching it where my next move coming from. When we talk about these distractions. No, the past is the distraction. It is no different from a dead person coming back to life. When I tell you stuff like certain people were created for this behavior, you're going to see throughout the years, it's always going to be people fans of Marilyn Monroe. It's always going to be fans of Charles Manson. It's always going to be fans of Tupac, Jimi Hendrix, Bob Marley, all these fucking dead people. They always going to teach people to praise dead cultures. They always going to talk about the cultures of destruction. They never teach you about the good cultures. Why? Because they understood when you put people in the past, especially you teach them about all past wicked people, they'll never get to the future. How the hell are you going to get to the future when you were taught and learned old cultures? When I tell you a lot of this shit was traps, I want y'all to pay attention to what I say. They teach people old cultures. How are you going to see a new culture when you're stuck in an old culture? When you're thinking, when you believe in a culture from BC, AD. Meanwhile, that has nothing to do with what's now. These are the things the illusionists knew a long time ago. When I tell you, look at the stuff like they got more than one playbook. They got the playbook, they go off, and then they got other playbooks for other paths. But you're never going to know the real playbook because the real playbook is not written. That's what I tell people. It's no different from, it's no such thing as somebody giving you the truth or telling you the truth, because I cannot tell you about you more than you know yourself. People live in a world of denial, all right? And that's why we want to get into fantasy, because this is what we talk about when the brain does not comprehend that which is real, which means when the brain don't comprehend what's in front of it, what it sees and what it hears. Now you're going off in somewhere else. And that's the things that we're talking about. Like this. A person, you go there so long, they'll become delusional and an idiot. Okay, say you're from the desert and you went there your whole life. You're going to be a fool because at the end of the day, you still never went and played in the real snow. But you convince yourself that you did all this ski stuff and you had fun, but you still never got in real snow. Get it? Fantasy. Now I want you to think it's relationships like that. It's friendships like that. Business partners like that. Fake. Where things look like, but it's not. See how they look like they actually at snow, and they look like they're in Colorado, Utah, but they not. That is illusion. Music. A musical composition, free in form, typical involving variation on an existing work or the imaginative representation of a situation or a story. Fantasia. Fantasyland is also Fantasia. All right, now you see why that's her name, right? Because I told you they know who they are. Imagine the occurrence of fantasize about. It is ludicrous to fantasize, or it is ludicrous to fantasy, disinventing the hydrogen bomb. Now, let me go to this part because I skipped over. This is where I want to go right here. Fantasy. The faculty or activity of imagining things, especially things that are impossible or improbable. His research had moved into the realm of fantasy. Now he's reaching, going somewhere that does not exist, making up stuff. That's what I call it. That's why I give y'all everything in simple forms. Making up stuff. Once you start making up stuff, you're in fantasy land. When you look at how people slander each other online or make up stuff, grown people will make up a lie and spread it and just go and go. And then look at all the people that believe it and believe it and believe it. They're all in this world. But it's not even real. Now you look at how that shit went on for a long time. That's just one thing. And never forget, wherever it's fantasy land, it's people running the show. Concept Wizard of Oz. So it's people that keep the fantasy. They don't do nothing. It's like Astroland. Fantasyland is the place where you can go anytime you feel like it. It's open like a 24-hour park. It's open like a 24-hour amusement park because you the one that got to entertain the shit. You the one that got to go there. And I told you, this is where we at now. Fantasyland. This is what turned people into clowns. I'm not playing with you. You look at it like if somebody said every day, let's go to the circus. Let's go to the circus every day. I want to go to the circus every day. Today, I want to go to the circus. Tomorrow, I want to go to Great Adventures. Tomorrow, I want to go to Hershey Park. And they just want to do that every fucking day. That's Fantasyland. But a fantasy is the faculty or activity of imagining things. When people been online all day, imagining things, looking at shit they can't have, brain absorbing. So by the time you get the money, your brain was already trained to think Dubai, 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 Dubai. You saw all them women with them BBLs and them outfits on that beach, Dubai. It was a system, y'all. They gonna hop on the planes. They're gonna go to Brazil. They're gonna hop on the planes. They're gonna go to Mexico. They're gonna hop on the plane again. Go to Dubai. Fueling the jet. Get it? Remember when the gas went up? Remember when the oil went up? Remember the gas went up during the pandemic? Who kept the flights going? That's why I say they had a system. Yeah, we know we're going to take some losses. We're going to boost this gas up. And at the same time, we're going to promote all this traveling. And that's what happened. No. They set a system purposely for people over here to go take all that money over there. Meanwhile, look at people's neighborhood now. Look at people's lifestyle. People wasn't investing in their house. They wasn't doing nothing, man. That's just what happened. Because what happened, y'all? Activity of imagining things. This also is the concept of buying things you can't afford, always living above your means. Fantasyland is also keeping up with the Joneses. It's all of that. All of these sayings you already know. Fantasy, see what it says right here? Second, music, a musical composition. See? What's rap based on, y'all? Fantasy. All fantasy. See that? Diddy controls the musical fantasy. Tyler Perry controls the visual fantasy. Remember, it said light and sound. That's video and audio, y'all. If people didn't love music and entertainment, it would not be this many people hypnotized. It would not be this many people brainwashed, y'all. It is that simple. If everybody did not chase this thing called fame and success, they will not be in bondage right now, and they will not be stuck in a world they can't get out. So if you want to talk about the devil had a system because he told you what it is. You come to him for that money, you're going to work for him, and then you're going to be stuck in his world. And that's what's going to happen. Because you wanted the money, right? You wanted the fame. That's how it worked. When you want the money and the fame, you don't know how it's going to come, and you ain't going to be stuck in it because you ain't got the right light. You're not even going to never get the light because you're getting in it for a wrong reason. You can't buy the light. You can't buy the shit. That's why it's called fame, but fame is really a flame. Fake light that's going to fade out eventually. And when you a flame, you need somebody to keep you going. They're only famous, but they really was flames of light because the industry kept them going the same way the industry put their lights out whenever they feel like it. Same thing when a man make you, he can break you. A man can give you the truth, but he also can control you with the truth he gave you if that's all you know. And these are the cycles of life, how humans are controlled, y'all. All right? Humans are controlled because they believe in illusionary shit and illusionary characters. Illusionary character is a human. Men believe in men, illusionary characters. Humans believe in humans. You get it? People with nicknames and fake names and email names and social media account names and all this fake shit. Get it? Meanwhile, Dubai's for real. Now we're going to get into the part what happens when you go in debt. We looking at Dubai, y'all, behind all the fantasy, all the glitch. We got to think about everybody that posted on their timeline. Everybody that bragged, showed off what they got. Y'all all have the proof now. Nobody has been that active in years, especially 2025. Nobody has showed you any bragging. Y'all all have it clear together. And I will tell you now, any celebrity from America that owes money in Dubai, they ass ain't never going back because they will get locked up. If any of them ran with jewelry, if any of them ran with any cars, if they ran with anything they did not pay for, they ass will get dealt with. Those are facts. What do people mean by fantasy? What is the meaning of the word fantasy? Something that is produced by the imagination, all in your head. An idea about doing something that is far removed from normal reality. An idea about doing something that is far removed from normal reality. Now, can you, in that one paragraph, you just think all the things you were taught, think all the things you believe in, think all the things you see every day, think about how you've been hearing the same shit your whole life, and then you think about it again. Something that is produced by the imagination, an idea about being something that is far removed, meaning it's never going to happen. Far from reality, never going to happen. Not even real. And I told you, the way you would know what is not real by what is produced. You take everything you believed in, everything you love, everything you do, everything you care about, and you see what's the result. That's going to let you know if you in the real world or you in fantasy. All of these things, you only judge yourself, but this is what I mean. Nobody can't judge you. Only you know if you're in a fake world or not. I don't know, and I don't care. I got to figure my own life out. Believing in all around shit, y'all, far removed from normal reality. These are the things I spoke about. What's the normal reality everybody's taught? Go to school, get an education, get a job, take care of your family. How hard is that? How hard is that? Everything else happens. What? People become far removed from normal reality by getting into whole other shit. Right? The streets is not a normal reality. Living a gothic life is not a normal reality. Being a drug head is not a normal reality. Being a fucking hippie is not a normal reality. Get it? None of that shit is a normal reality, y'all. Being fucking proud of everything is not a normal reality. Get it? Always want to be high. Always want to be drunk. Always want to party. That's not a normal reality, y'all. It's not. Those are things you do. Those are things you deal with when you're in fantasy. Same thing like playing on the internet. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to goddamn fantasize. But when you cannot draw that line, meaning when you're not like me, when I can look at this and say, that shit ain't nothing but Miami, New York. I'm not paying nowhere. I'm not paying a lot of money to go nowhere that look like New York. Same thing with Chicago, certain places. You get it? It's not going to happen. Because I can look at that and say, that's a New York in Miami, and that Miami part, are you getting it? And I also know what? In New York, in America, I can do the same thing. Ball out in New York, have a ball, and then still go to Miami. And I can do both of them in the same week. That's just me. I'm not pressed to prove I got on a plane to go somewhere else. That's not me. I know a trip is a trip. They didn't know what a trip was. They were taking trips to show off, y'all. They wasn't taking trips to leave their phone. No, when I take trips, I get missing. Straight up. That's a real trip. That's how you get the real experience. You gotta live in the moment. People don't know that, y'all. I've been studying these things the whole time. When I tell you social media for studying, I've been doing this shit for a decade myself, y'all. Studying people. Meaning, whatever they do, I'm going the other way. Damn, look at them. Oh, look, here they go now. Oh, this is what they doing now. It's been a minute, y'all. Watching people ruin themselves. Watching people fall. How many people did we see be trendsetters? We know a lot of people been online. How many people were trendsetters? Did new stuff. No, everybody was following, y'all, because of what the celebrities did. And it was backed by corporations. They knew how to stir people here, y'all. They knew it. That's why I say everybody's in on it. They all got money invested together. The plan is stir that traffic out here. Let's go. All right, look. What makes a person fantasy? It often involves all of the following 6 behaviors. Some of these behaviors or all of them. So you just ask yourself if you have some of this behavior or you have all of it. This gonna let you know if you live in a world of fantasy. Check it out. Self-pretense, object substitution, animation of objects, pretending about imaginary objects, pretending to be another person or entity, pretending to have imaginary companions. Let's go through it real quick. Self-pretense, objective substitution. Basically, a lot of this stuff got to do it just being fake. Fake images, faking the funk, worried about what people think, trying to always have this created image. But like I said, the bottom line is these nicknames and these other people we supposed to be. That's why I said pretending to be another person or entity. That is the first key to fantasy, y'all. That's the first step to being a clown. When you think you somebody, no, you become an entertainer. You in the house, this your name. In school, this your name. At work, this your name. But when you go outside, you this person. Then you become another person. See? If I say, then remember all this shit part of it. Now you start, look at the people that start cheating. You cheating, right? You're supposed to be married. But now you create a fake world. You're dealing with all these people. What you think you're gonna get out of it, dummy? You're going nowhere. You in fantasy land. See that? You got to pretend to be something you're not. You pretend you love this person, then you're lying to this person, you're lying to this person, but really now you're going to end up being what? Fake. Key word of fantasy is fake. Pretending to be another person or entity. Scammers. When you think you're going to just scam, you're never going to get caught. No, everybody was in a fake world, y'all. That's why you're going to see everything fake kept going. They even came with a slogan, fake it till you make it. We have never heard that ever in life because it was a movement of a fake world. That's why I got to keep saying it, because that's what the hell it was. To this day, people pretending to be a person or entity, pretending to have imaginary companions, fake friends, y'all. And that's people with fake haters. You see how everybody in rap got to have a hater? My haters, my haters. Nobody hating on you. No, imaginary people. You into that fantasy shit. Nobody even care about you. When I said people always talk about the races, them other races, people ain't thinking about you. People don't think about that stuff. No, this is how people became delusional in illusions, and also in fantasy. But now I'm gonna give you the pattern. When they in America, they're dysfunctional, but then they go to other countries to spend their money for peace. Cause confusion and hell in America, but run to Dubai for peace and spend your money. All right, so look, imaginary companions. Then you're going to see it was this thing called what? Girls trip. Hang with the homegirls. This is what I was talking about, y'all. This whole shit was a plan embedded in fantasy to turn grown women into big ass kids, get them out their household, get them to, that's why I say the plan was for not being a mother, not being cool no more. Not taking the trip because you was a good mother. Not taking the trip because you deserve the shit. Because you did everything you're supposed to do. You're a good mother and shit. Everything's straight. No, take trips and have fun. You see it with the finger. Okay, telling you what it was all about. I told you it was all about that woman going to freak off. Why am I saying that? Because I'm showing you it was an illusionary world for certain things, certain agendas, certain behavior, certain lifestyles. That's what it was for. All right. And hopefully a lot of y'all know when a lot of women was thirsty to go there, that's why they want to go there. All right. And that's why they play camera tricks. So you won't know if that's a man or a woman standing there. But I get it clear. All right. This is what they promoted. None of them in real life promote what? Family. None of them in real life. Wherever you see them people, you see you're going to see that pink, right? That's right. Because the pink symbolizes fantasy. The pink also represents little girls. The pink represent a lot. But when you see the word girls trip, they were telling you they're going to turn all these women into little girls. And they're going to take girls trip. What's up, girl? They're going to be worried about their girls so much, they're going to forget about their man and their kids. And when it's all said and done, they're not going to have nothing. And nobody's going to care about them. That was the concept. Girls trip. Not woman trip. Girls trip. The girls, little girls. All right, you're going to see trip in pink. The color for what? Little girls. All right, that's it. I told you they all are out and finished, y'all. The same way blue means boy. Queen Latifah got on the what? Blue. What role she ever played? Boys. Okay. Masculine. Okay. No, this is the color they're trapped up in the illusionary world. This illusionary world was taught to others. That is so fun over here. Don't spend the money in your household. Don't go don't do nothing with your family. Go here and blow your money to people that don't even like you anyway. I could say it. Bingo. The biggest thing they didn't tell you, a lot of people know about how they have a cemetery for foreign cars. You're looking at a Bugatti, $1 million car. But back to the laws they got in Dubai. When you go in debt, you go into prison. So some people run and flee before they go to jail. And they have big car lots with all this stuff. And what you're seeing, people get repo, but you're seeing lots. They got lots with nothing but Ferraris, Bentleys, all that stuff in there because people fled and left their shit there. Porsches, all of that. A graveyard of foreign cars in Dubai. They also use it as a tourist site. No, that lets you know alone what goes on in Dubai because they just recently put them laws where people can't run now too. People was running, y'all, because I told you, man. They put everybody. America is always late to everything. That's why I told you Americans are idiots. It means something that we in the West. Everybody had already did the Dubai thing. Americans was last. That's why now they got those laws. Your ass going, you get it? They didn't have all them strict laws before. They got them now. They just passed them strict. Oh, the other thing of Dubai, businesses got to pay a 10% tax. Before they didn't have that. So they finessed a lot of them to move their businesses there. Now they got a 10% tax. All businesses got to kick up 10%. Yep. Dubai laid down some smackdown rules. Yup, they not playing no more. It's their communities, though. So it's just like everywhere else. They got suburbs. They got nice neighborhoods, but they got the hood, too. What I mean hood, I'm talking about, y'all, family, worse than trailer park. Them men live in prison, and a lot of them men are you know what. They can't go back to their wives. Their wife's in another country. They got a whole neighborhood with nothing but a bunch of men. They live in small apartments. They taxi drivers. They sell on the street. They vendors. Yo, trust me, y'all, it's a lot of man. But for the working people, if you go there and work, people that work and come home, you straight. But I'm just letting y'all know it changed over there now. It changed. But I'm also showing you the things they created to create the false reality. See that? How you could be somewhere, y'all, and it look so pretty and beautiful. But Dubai is scary, y'all. You know why it's scary? Because you can get trapped there and never be able to leave. I'm also going to tell y'all, family, that's been the latest trick they've been doing. When they've been getting a lot of Americans to go overseas, this is what they know, y'all. They see, I'm going to tell y'all again. They know a lot of people here are anti-government. This is also why they've been gaslighting a lot of stupid Americans to take their ass somewhere else and get trapped up. That's what's been happening too, y'all. That's why a lot of Americans been leaving, getting stuck in other countries. Because they know a lot of Americans was dumb enough to go places like that. You get what I'm saying? So this country got its own way of filtering itself out. This whole year and beyond is about somehow just get rid of the people that don't want to be here. So if they got to go to Dubai, look at it like this. Hey, even everybody's in on it. Hey, when Americans go there, don't cut them no slack. You got to keep them. Shouldn't be over there anyway like that. Get it? So that's going to be happening. A lot of Americans are going to be getting jacked up in certain countries. What they're not looking at, it's like people not looking at is different laws now. See, Say you go to Dubai and you get locked up and you got to stay there. That's the modern day form of slavery, y'all. So I'm trying to tell you, that's the modern day way of this shit. That's how they do it. Debt slave. Remember I kept telling you about debt slave? Once you become a debt slave, they own your ass. You work for them. And they says people got to work low-level jobs. Man, you know, over here, you can't make it on a hotel job. But over there, that's like a decent job over there. Get it? But that's where all the rich people at. So they ain't getting no real money like that because there's different sides of it. This side for the working class, and they also do got subways. But like they say, the subways are just for the working class. So it's one part of town, they don't got no subways. The subways are for people that go to work. So like I said, it's just like New York and Florida, y'all. I'm not playing. It's like that. So they got us. Look, let me go back to the city part. The train system part runs in the city part. You know what I'm saying? Right? It gets you to work and back, stuff like that. And then they got their resort areas. And they got fake beaches. But that shit they're not playing with. Let's take a look. Key aspects of Dubai debt. Also, what I'm showing y'all for real, these are the debt laws that are going to be everywhere. We talk about the social credit score. This is part of it because the social credit score is designed also where you cannot run. You owe money over here, you can't run to another place and start your credit. It's going to be like that. Criminal versus civil debt. It's two forms. You got criminal debt, civil debt. Unlike some Western countries, the UAE views, that's the Emirates, failing to pay debt as a criminal matter, leading to potential jail time for non-payment. However, this is evolving, and recent judicial clarification emphasizes proven intent to defraud rather than simply insolvency for imprisonment. So basically saying, if you got a justified reason, it depends on how much you owe. It depends on a lot of things. But if they can prove you've been trying to finesse, like this is my point. If they can prove you have the money and you have not been paying and you got the money, that's when you're in trouble. Boom. See? Legal recourse for creditors. Creditors can file a lawsuit to recover unpaid debts after sending a formal demand letter to the debtor. The process can lead to court judgments that allow the asset seizure. Say it again. They go to the court quick that allows them to seize your stuff. Seizure, bank account freezes, and wage garnishments. So you check that out. That's how I go over there. So you know over here, you owe money, you can keep playing around. Nah, they get your bank account froze, not just garnished. But I'm giving y'all all first look at what's going to happen. This is going to be here too. This the new standard going to be everywhere. That's how it's going to be, y'all. When I told y'all a minute ago, we all got to get focused on that. The number one thing of importance is your bills. And your bills also going to be tied into who you are, your credit, your life, your credentials is everything. Who you are. When I told you these things about who you are, how you look, what you're working with, that's what it's all about now. That is your judgment. That's how the world is played out. When I said before, being broke is a crime, it's going to be a crime, here's your proof. Getting stuff, not paying for it, trying to live this life of getting shit and flossing, not paying your bills and all this extra shit, they're not playing no more. So just know that was going to happen, y'all. And just know when they bring this here, a lot more people are going to go to jail. It's going to be everywhere, y'all. Trust me. That's why they got what? The Housewives of Dubai. When they kept giving everybody clues, everywhere is on the same stage, the same playing field. This was to let us know a long time ago. America is not that important no more. Y'all not the only ones rich. Y'all not the only ones live lavish. Y'all not the only ones with a beautiful lifestyle. That's what all this was about. This was a building up. This was a building up the past decade for every country to catch up to America. because it all goes with the New World Order. When I say the New World Order means everywhere will be the same. Or they're making it where you can do the same things. Dubai debt laws are governed by the UAE Civil Code and Commercial Transaction Law, allowing creditors to sue debtors and seek court orders to seize your asset or garnish wages. Failure to pay a court-ordered debt can lead to a travel ban, preventing departure from the UAE and potentially imprisonment if the debtor is found to have concealed assets to avoid payment. Recent court rulings clarify that the debtors cannot be detained for non-payment unless the creditor proves solvency or fraudulent concealment of assets. So there you have it. This is why people ran. You got big executives working there, making big money, living a lavish life, but people get caught up over there on drugs and everything and all that shit, y'all, and be scamming. And some people had to run. Working in them corporate businesses, working had to run. And when they had to run, they had to leave them vehicles. Some of them still got the keys in it and everything, y'all. Still got the keys in them. And they got all foreign cars. See that? Housewives of Atlanta and Dubai. This is when they first started the movement of going to Dubai. But what people don't get, it was manufactured by the TV show. Bravo was behind it. Andy Cohen, the producer, was behind it. They all are in on it. The plan was to get them to go spend that money in Dubai. They planted the seeds. When I said everything they wanted people to do, they pushed it through Atlanta. Atlanta was the programming headquarters for these people. Whatever went in Atlanta was on the timeline. Whatever was on the timeline in Atlanta is what they're going to do. It's going to be the fad. They're all going to do it. From hairstyles to dressing to traveling to eating to smoking hookah lounges. Every single thing will go through this. This is what made them all the same. All right. I'm showing you it was all a formula. It was a programming of illusions. The illusion was you're going to spend all of this money and you're not going to have nothing to show for the money you spent. And you're going to need the money you spent. But you're going to see this whole era was a time everybody promoted blow your money, spend your money, spend your money. Fuck up a check. I'm tired. I need to take a trip. No, you kept watching that timeline. Now let's look at the subliminal messages of the posters. You see how they make them hump on each other? Secret of girls trip. The reason why they really go to Dubai. See that? Humping on each other. See, it's all. I'm just going to let you know that it's not about what I think, ain't about what you think. It's about what it is. It's about how it's being presented. It's about what it's supposed to be for certain people. See them? The movie was all with it. So they had the TV show promoting Dubai. The girls trip, promoting the concept of taking trips with your girls. It also is a little bit of rebellion in it. And it's not a coincidence they took the goofballs. Right? They didn't get 4 married women in real life with a respectable household. No, idiots on purpose. All right. So now y'all see that? Girls trip. You see how they got the older woman girls trip? You see how she touching her breast? Told you that's the code for them. Those are the people that go to Dubai. Told you it's a system, y'all. They know everybody that don't like it here. Everybody that's focused on everything else, they got plans for them. You don't want to go to Vegas? Don't go to Vegas. Go to Dubai then. But it's still the same thing. But I mean, the same thing is they all in on it. Because every flight you took, they got their money off the planes. They got their money off the rental cars. Everybody, it's called a monopoly. Everybody's in on it. As far as you know, Dubai gave Bravo $5 million. See, we're going to give you $5 million. The next Housewives of Atlanta, this is for y'all to take the trip to Dubai. This is for y'all to film the next season in Dubai. That's how they do this shit. Next thing you know, they got the money. Everybody going to Dubai. That's the plan. That's the plan. Saudi kick out $5 million. Say that in Dubai they kick out $5 million investment. They make $100 million on returns. The New World Order got rich off the application first. They also knew the science of if you build it, they will come. See that? Touching on each other, y'all. Humping on each other. See right here? They got their titties touching. So I'm just going to show you, and they're trolling. You see all these girls trips? You know that's not the movie. These right here, these are troll pictures. This one. They're all trolling. See, touching on each other, titties touching. See the sand in the back? Illusion. I'm telling you, man, people are stupid, y'all. This same shit is in Vegas, Arizona, same shit, y'all. Same exact thing. New Mexico, same thing, y'all. They trick people. I'm telling you, man. People are so lost. They are so lost in the world of illusion. People kept thinking everywhere outside of here was so much better, y'all. They kept thinking that, and that's why they're going to get their ass whipped. Something that is produced by the imagination. An idea about doing something that is far removed from a normal reality. Just having your mind stuck on doing shit. What is the art of conquering this world? Knowing how to sit your ass down, like I said. Not always chasing, not always trying to do this and trying to do that. Oh, I got to do this, or going for what you see and all this, that, and the third. No, I told you, the smart people just sit back and watch it all. There's people that sit back right there and say, we built it. We just wait for them to come and get this money. We just sit. It's the people caught in fantasy land, y'all, that can't sit still. It's called a kid in a candy store. And you're going to go in the candy store, you're going to see all those pretty ass colors. Kid lose their mind. The same thing control us as kids, control us as adults so we don't grow up. We play with toys when we're young. Some people still play with toys, cars. Their whole look on car is still like when they was a kid. Same shit. Now, y'all see why Ashanti was going there when her career was over with? The final recap of Dubai trip. See that? When all the rappers going out there. You see Mario coming back out now? I been knew they were broke when they had to perform out here, y'all. This was 2-3 years ago. American system was collapsed for many reasons. The pandemic forced their ass. You get it? The pandemic was to force them to do other things. It really was a trick to boost this economy, y'all. I'm telling you, they tricked them up to force them to do other things. It's tied into Africa giving Vivica Fox the $25,000. They created a system. If we crash the Black American market or the American market, period, since they hate it here so much, let them do business with other countries. Take that rap shit to Dubai then. Get it? Film your movies over there then. Go ahead. That's the plan now, y'all. And they know. Now, remember the law I said? If you don't pay your debt, you're going to jail. If you don't pay your debt, you're going to jail. Can you see how they do it? It's laws already in place. So if any of y'all ever thought, if y'all moved your ass over there, if y'all got stuck over there, if any of y'all believe the shit you saw and picked up to move there, these new laws in place. So if you come here and you fall off, you will be stuck here. Since you're a follower and you think everywhere else is so much better, all right? You fuck around, go to Dubai, think you got a job or what somebody told you, and you fuck around and go broke, you will be stuck there. You will be in modern day slavery. So I was trying to tell you, y'all, I've been figured it out. That's what they're using French for. That's what they use the rappers for, to get successful people to go there, to make them think, if I go there, I can get me some nice exotic woman. I'll be straight if I go there. Man, I don't want to be in America no more. These women over here, man, they this, that, the third. I'm going to Dubai, get me a good woman. That's the plan. They be tricked. I'm telling you, man. So I say a lot of stuff, y'all, I can't even talk about. They are trying to filter, bait, trick, lure everybody in this country that really don't want to be here. Go to Dubai, get stuck there. Stay over there. Go ahead, go to Africa, get stuck there. Go to Mexico. Just wherever you guys go at, just go there. Go everywhere you think is so much better. And the plan is for your ass to get stuck. Because the plan is for you to go somewhere and change that citizenship over. Then your ass will be stuck for real. That's the plan. See Lil Durk? For those who don't know, Lil Durk was a rapper. He's supposed to be in jail now. He was under Jay-Z and them. No, they controlled it. They controlled their ass, y'all. They were using them for that dollar. Entertainers were getting their cut of getting us to spend all our money. They were getting paid to make us spend money. When I saw them promoting the PS5, I knew they was. I said, yo, I said, yo, they paying these rappers for everything now. And them PS5 sold out so quick. When the rappers pushed the Popeye chicken sandwich, it sold so quick. They was applying the same formula to everything. Meanwhile, people from the desert behind everything. They understood the art of how to pay everybody for everything. Remember, you used to watch cartoons, they always show you those mirages in the desert. They will always show you a mirage in the desert. The people from the desert are masters of mirages. Just remember that. That's one of their powers. Yep. Well, back in the day, y'all heard about the mad guy and all of that. Yeah, they for real. People got bloodlines and stuff, man. See, when you go into history, it's just a part of reality I had to figure out. They, from the desert, where they didn't have a lot of stuff, they had to finesse a lot of shit. That's why it was a time where they conquered the whole planet. Because they ain't had no resources. Get it? They conquered establishments because they ain't have nothing out there. So now they're able to build a lot of stuff out there. And that's what you see. But I just told y'all a little hints before. Y'all blame a lot of people for a lot of stuff, but a lot of stuff with y'all have no clue. And I'm going to just leave it at that. When you understand that America feeds economies, people that's reckless with money have made people billionaires, nations. Another reason why they said a lot of countries have gotten so rich because of trade. Since the internet and due to trade, this is why all countries have gotten rich, because America has been consuming so much stuff. Bottom line, Americans have been buying merchandise more than any other country on the planet. And the truth is, this is the home of consumership, and the real slavery is the debt you create for yourself. When you got to work your ass off and you feel like you have nothing and you just want to die, you put yourself in bondage. That's how it works now, y'all. This new system been set up, but now it's for real. Yep, because think about it. You go to Dubai, you can't pay your debt. You go to jail, you have to work for free. You're a slave. When America made these laws, you go to jail, you mopping floors, you work in the cafeteria, you working for free, you in bondage. But it's going to be like that everywhere, because these people have violated companies so much and scammed so much. Now these creditors and people with this credit system, they're not playing no more. It's going to be a privilege. Every single thing you get is a privilege, and you better appreciate everything. The concept now also is, when you spend money, when you buy stuff, you buy the top-notch thing. When you buy stuff, family, look at you buying stuff to last the next 5 to 10 years. That's how you put your money in stuff, so you don't have to keep buying stuff. That will keep you broke now. And the last thing you want to do is have a whole lot of stuff on credit. I'm telling you. And y'all also know one thing they doing now to the highest level. They are slaughtering with late fees. All creditors have the right to slay you on late fees. And them late fees make it where you never pay them bills off. But then soon you're going to start getting in trouble. That's how it's going to be. You can't catch up, your ass going to start getting in trouble. That's how it's going to be. Get it? It ain't going to be no more that ducking shit. Meaning you're going to be going to court for light bills. The light bill people sending you to court. Get it? The credit card people want you to go to court. The rent people. Companies hitting you up every month want you to go to court because you keep being late and owing this money. Next thing you know, your credit score fucked up. That's how it's going to be. Now nobody wants you to get an apartment, a crib, a house. That's how it's going to be, y'all. They're not playing. So everybody around here, that's the purpose of members only, so you be up to date on the real world, and you just can watch things take place around you. See, everybody was taking trips, now everybody's stuck still. That's why it's called fantasy land, y'all. That's why I say people didn't get nowhere. All right. And this is why they pay characters. They pay nobody's characters to follow scripts. The script is we're going to take this trip to Dubai, and they don't know the plan is to promote Dubai. So sometimes, like I said, they don't be knowing. They'll get them, oh, we going on a trip, pay them, oh, we got paid to go. And they mind don't even know what they're being used for. Do y'all know y'all going to make us $300 billion in a 7-year span? And that's the plan. So on that note, y'all, fantasy land is real. This is just one of them. But everything is set up like that. It's always more to what you're looking at. And that's why I talk about you got to know what you're getting into. That's the main thing of being trapped in fantasy land. See, you can go there, but you got to always know when to get out. Like, simplest thing is you got to know when to log off. You got to know when to say, okay, enough is enough. Okay, I had enough fun. Okay, back to it. And when people start doing that, I think things will start balancing out the way it's supposed to. Because that's all that happened, y'all. People just went so far. All right, they thought life was that's what this means. This right here means being a big fucking kid. This right here means don't want to grow up. And in real life, all of them playing those roles over 40. This how they been playing these games to the world, y'all. Taking women over 40, putting AI filters on them, making them look like they so young. Queen Latifah looks horrible now. Jada Pinkett looks horrible. Tiffany Haddish looks horrible. The other one, she's in the movie right now. I think she's in the movie with Tiana and Leonardo too. She's in the movie too. But I just want y'all to see these are the, and when I say they do it on purpose. Now look, they didn't make girls trip with some young ladies in their 20s. No, they made it with women on their 40s on purpose because women in their 40s and 50s were the target. Older women going to a level of being matriarchs. They were the target. Don't let them be matriarchs of their family. Teach them to be kids. You know what they knew too? This is what I'm going to tell you, the most ultimate thing. They knew this generation was the last generation to know the secrets of the teachings. We are from the last generation that know the family structure, y'all. That's what their crimes are. All of them know the real family structure, but they all permitted opposite. Get it? This is the last generation that will have known the family structure. Everybody that knows the real family structure is mostly in their 30s and up, but really 40s, 50s. After that, it will be gone because it was a whole decade of this promoted, which created new people, y'all. This is why nobody is serious. Nobody cooks. A recipe to keep people broke because every app they purchase on is a foreign entity. To this day, people don't know who own DoorDash, Uber, foreign, all these apps, y'all. People are broke because they stopped cooking at home. People are broke because they stopped putting their money together. People are broke for trying to be fake ass people, y'all. That's what happened. So we all know around here about this fake stuff. But you also see the fake stuff has fizzled out. It has fizzled out, y'all. It has fizzled out. It's no more fronting. See that? Now we even see years later. This was before Fat Joe. See that? 2023. He was trying to hold out. These were the last of their shows. This is before what? Diddy. So when I said after Diddy, they're not going to eat no more. The rap game closed. This was before Diddy. Now you see Fat Joe is a what? Podcaster, YouTuber. Ashanti been having babies. This is before the babies. Just letting y'all see, y'all, why everything is playing out. Life after Diddy. French Montana's on the run. One of Diddy's main partners throughout the teens. 2010, 2011, 2012, 13, 14, 15. The whole time he with Cassie, French Montana right there with him. If anybody know about Cassie, he knows the most more than anybody. All right, but you're going to see he been quiet. But I will give French Montana one thing. He is not playing in people's face. Because like I said, he don't got to play. He's not from here. He's from Morocco. People that's not from here, They don't got no. They got place to go. They don't got to perpetrate. French Montana is not going to start a YouTube channel or podcast. That's for all the ones stuck here with no more resources, no more money. See, French also know when he over there, he still can perform. Get it? Because those his people. So he got multiple countries over there to go to. That's his people. I also want y'all to see. Well, we got new people, but it was French Montana and Ellen DeGeneres. They were the first to run. Really, French Montana was the first to run out of everybody. He was the first to run. So now you see Jay-Z in London, right? Okay. Also, don't forget the sidebar is they also are promoting for people to move. They look at it like this. If you brainwashed by French Montana and you don't like it in America, you might as well go over there. Go over there. See, they want y'all to think they want people to think it's better over there. For some people, it might be better. But the concept is they want you to just go. Take your ass over there. All right, that's it. They gave everybody fair warning that does not want to be here to leave. They even said in some cases they will pay for you to leave. That's how real it is. So y'all enjoy y'all Sunday. What's up, Faith? What's up, Chandra? Yeah, that's where they were getting their money from, y'all. They would have starved. They were dealing with family. That versus, oh, y'all, God, please, man. Yo, I just wish I could know all of this stuff. Those buildings you're looking at, it's a lot of tech companies over there. Those companies over there are rich, y'all. That's what Swiss Beats and them be doing over there, getting the money, being faith. That's why I'm telling you, a lot of companies they the face of, they foreign entities. This world different now, y'all. It's companies you see right now with American names, but they owned by foreigners. That's the new world, family. Same way in Africa, they got KFC. All right, Africans got companies over here with American names. And these are the secrets the industry people knew that. I might go over there and get money from a startup company. Get it? An online startup. That's what they was doing, y'all. So like I said, none of them rappers better not have got no foreign cars or bought some shit and then paid or got some jewelry and ran with it. Because that's the ass. On that note, y'all enjoy y'all day. Yeah, just know, fam, put it like this. That's really low-key. They Silicon Valley. Low-key. That's really what it is. Yes, that's their Silicon Valley. And say India might got a big-ass tech company. They got company out there too. Africa got big-ass companies. They out there. China, get it? They got companies out there. And investments. Yeah, y'all. Yes, you got to understand what's going on. And when I'm showing you this, a lot of cities like this have been built. When I was throwing the hints at y'all earlier. Yes. So that was the whole plan. While we was sleep over here, dumbed down, slowed up for 15 years, slowed up for 12 years. While we were slowed up, everybody else speeded up. Now they have caught up to us, and now they damn near passed us. Now you see why America had to be remodeled. If America didn't be remodeled, it would have been behind. So that's what I was telling you. I would see how these streets look, clean and empty. So I was going to be over here. No such thing as hanging outside on the block. No such thing as none of that drug addict, none of that. They keep it all controlled. They got it set up over there where, like I said, if you poor there, they got a whole designated part of the city for the poor people. A whole designated city. And you still gonna work and do everything, but you're gonna be in a poor area. You're not even gonna be seen. And they got it where you won't be able to leave out that city. You're gonna be so poor, you ain't gonna be able to leave out that shit. The train don't come out there, none of that. So yeah, that's how they got it all set up. But this how everywhere is gonna be. So I know what's up. Like if I had to go there, I know what to do. If I would be able to live there if I wanted to, because I know how to live there. Like I said, you live there, you just go to work and come home. All that trying to hang out and all that other stuff, you're going to get caught up in Dubai. Yes, you will. And if you're a woman, they don't tell what happen to you if you're a woman. But yeah, on that note, y'all enjoy y'all day for sure. We out of here. One. See y'all tomorrow in the morning. On the AM, I'm gonna have some new videos this week. So y'all be ready. We out. One.